Alrighty, brothers and sisters, what if I told you that this cycle is going to be very different than the 2021 cycle, and a lot of things are going to play very differently than what we've seen in 2021. So in today's video, we're going to talk exactly about that. What's going to be the main difference between 2021 and 2025 whole season, and how to get ready for it. So with no further ado, let's get into it. Now, first of all, as you can see, guys, here, Bitcoin is still very bullish, even though everybody is bearish, even though the markets are, or basically the sentiment is pretty low. If we go to the coin market cap, fear and greed index is at 55 neutral, which means a lot of people are still fearful. A lot of people are still very bearish on the markets here, while Bitcoin continues to go on its way up. So we can clearly see that there is a huge difference between 2021 and 2025. Back in the days here, the cycle was much more different, and it ended with a rate hike with increasing rates, and that's what caused the market to crash. And this time around, the rates are actually about to get decreased, to get cut, and which usually gets the prices to go up, even though the price has been just going up. When you look at Bitcoin, the prices has just been going up. But if you look at altcoins like Ethereum, the prices have been struggling. The price was not really the greatest, and that is due to the rate. That's a major difference from 2021. While this time the price is going up, causing people to feel left behind because altcoins are not moving, which causing them to either feel fearful and not feel great, like we see with the fear and greed index. People are not very optimistic when it comes to altcoins, and causing them probably to buy Bitcoin. And this is usually what causes a massive rotation, is when people stop buying Bitcoin and start buying altcoins. But why Bitcoin has been going up recently, or since 2023, Bitcoin has just been going up, did not stop. And the reason is very simple. It's because of the Bitcoin ETFs. These guys here helped Bitcoin go up a lot and caused a major disruption from 2021, which is very clear now. And we see clearly, and you can see clearly, that there is a big difference this time around. Like, for example, in 2021, when Bitcoin was rallying, Ethereum started rallying as well. But this time around, this did not happen. So that's one of the major differences, is that Bitcoin will continue on its way up, and now it's looking very bullish, and it looks like it's going to continue on its way up. But altcoins are still here. Although we're seeing Ethereum looking pretty good here, consolidating like it does usually, consolidate in these blocks and then continue on its way up or in its way down, depending what the direction was. Like here, when it was to the downside, it just continues down, and now because it's on the way up, it very likely will continue on its way up, causing an alt season. Now, when an alt season will happen, and this is what the topic of this video is about, what would be the most important, or what coins are gonna be the ones that are gonna pump the most. This is the most important here. If we know which coins are gonna pump the most, the coins that are gonna deliver the most of the gains, we can make more money than usual, more money than what people would make just by being on the regular coins that we know from the past, like XRP, BNB, Dogecoin, Tron, Cardano, and so on. Coins from the previous cycle might not see their time to shine as much as the coins from this cycle, and what most likely people are gonna FOMO into. So recently we've seen as well Pump Fund having a bit of a backlash, and a lot of news articles are going against it, and that is due to them trying to raise $1 billion for their coin. And now we're seeing a lot more backlash, where we're seeing people digging deeper into Pump Fund, and they're seeing that most users face losses on Pump Fund, and we're seeing multiple articles talking about this exact same thing. And that is very big if you did not pay attention to, because what really happened is that we had an alt season going on. We were having fun. This is when Ethereum was pumping back in the time here. When Bitcoin started to pump, Ethereum started to pump with it, and also most of the coins started to pump with it. Like if we see Pepe down below here, it started to pump shortly after Ethereum pumped, but then it's really stopped right after Pump Fund became viral and people start using it. Coins did not really benefit much, and also it diluted the amount of coins we have, so there were more coins created, and that is very big. Now this is a big change, is that Pump Fund probably is losing users as we speak, and Pump Fund is probably not gonna participate in this major next rally here on Bitcoin and the next rally on Ethereum and the alt season. And this is very big because that's what caused us to not see a major alt season recently. It's because people just go gamble on Pump Fund, and a lot of money get lost to Pump Fund gambling. And in fact, Pump Fund was making around $4 million a day just from fees alone, and cashing out those gains, not being pumped back into the market, plus the retail that did not invest in coins that are already here. So that is very important to understand that. First, we know that retail wants high risk, high reward stuff. And also now, since Pump Fund has lost its reputation and people see it more of a super high risk, or as not worth it at all, what would they do once the hype comes back? What would they likely do once the fear and greed index is at extreme greeds? Once they want actually to start buying coins, what most likely are they going to buy? This is what we want to know, because we know already they want to gamble, they want high risk stuff, they want multipliers, they want the 100x's. That's what they actually want. They don't want the 5-10x, they don't want that. They don't want the high market cap stuff. So most likely what these people are gonna do, since the Pump Fund is mostly about meme coins, most likely these people are gonna go back to meme coins, but most of them are gonna come back to the established meme coins, the ones that stayed around, the ones that kept building, the ones that survived this recent crash on Bitcoin, this massive crash here. That's what most likely people are gonna do, and that is very big to us to know today, is that most likely retail is gonna flock into these meme coins that we know of today, that stayed around, from the top market cap ones to the lowest market cap ones that we know of, and that is very big. That's what usually causes a very big money rotation and very big alt season. This is what we've seen back in the days here in 2021, and in 2021 you could have bought any coin and made a lot of money. You would have a hard time finding any coin below $10 million market cap back in the days here, because they all got bought up very quickly, because there were not enough coins out there, and every coin would just go from 10 million to 1 billion very quickly, or at 100 million or 500 million. The majority will just pump, and this is what you usually hear about influencers talking about, is when we have an alt season, everything pumps, doesn't matter which coin you hold. And this is basically what happened in 2021, and since 2023, and since Bitcoin has been on this uptrend, we did not see much of that play out. Maybe on the first leg of this rally here, we've seen coins pump collectively, but right here when Bitcoin started ranging, and this is pretty much when Pump Fund started to be more used and had more adoption and more users, this is when we started to see alts decoupling from Bitcoin and not follow Bitcoin that much. When we see now here total too, altcoins do not follow Bitcoin that much anymore, as Bitcoin is already way above its all-time high, but they are not collectively above all-time high. And recently they all came back to their September lows and barely coming back, while you see here above, Bitcoin is way above its all-time high, while alts are still lagging behind it. And that is about to change, and that's about to change drastically, and we're going to see a massive overprice here happen. But very likely retail, as I said, will come back, but come back to coins that are already established, from the lower cap coin, from the higher caps to the lower cap coins. Does not matter, as long as the coins are there, as long as the coins have attention and got people's eyes and got people's attention, they will follow and benefit from the alt season. As long as they are meme coins, this is very important. I don't think retail is going to change anytime soon. They do want high multipliers, and meme coins have gained that title of being high multipliers that people like to buy and people like to invest in, as they are known for pumping hard and gaining massive attention and massive pumps in a short period of time. And this is pretty much what I see different here this time around than 2021. In 2021 we had more utility coins, Ethereum killers, Avalanche, DOT, all these guys benefiting from the alt season. They will still benefit, but not as much, or they will come back to their all-time highs, but that's not big in terms of gains. But meme coins might go even crazier. Now imagine if there is no Pump Fund, what would happen to all the meme coins that are already here on exchanges and all that? What will happen to these meme coins? They're gonna go crazy, because there is not much of them. In fact, if you look at the top 1,000 or 2,000 meme coins, even top 2,000, still it's not enough coins for everybody, as there are millions and millions of people that are gonna come into this space, and instead of going to Pump Fund, they're gonna go into meme coins, and that's what's gonna drive them. And you know me, I'm very bullish on meme coins, on Ethereum especially, and that is because Ethereum has an ETF, and Ethereum has seen large inflows recently coming in, especially from BlackRock. As you can see here, BlackRock has been recently buying and heavily buying into Ethereum. There is something cooking with Ethereum, and when Ethereum pumps, this usually gets people pumped about meme coins on Ethereum. These are the guys that we have not seen any major gains. These are the coins that have not really seen any major FOMO, even though they pump, but they have not seen the actual pumps like Solana meme coins, for example. Solana had most of the hype happening to it, but unfortunately, because of the amount of tokens that been launched by Pump Fund on Solana, they did not pump as much as they should have or could have pumped, and that's something that now is out of the way. And especially for meme coins on Ethereum, since they had no pumps and had no hype, we hadn't seen any hype yet when it comes to these meme coins on Ethereum. So those are going to be your biggest gainers, and those are going to be the coins that are going to benefit the most. But regardless, most of the meme coins, and especially the meme coin sector, is going to see most of the gains. And that's how I see the biggest difference from 2020, the biggest difference between 2021 and 2025. One more point as well is the ETFs. Now you would see that most of the coins from back in the time here, or most of the utility tokens with high market cap, they seen mostly VCs and hedge funds buying them, and none of them had any ETFs, and most of them were very speculative and mostly attracts big money or large capital. And now, since they have competition with Bitcoin that has an ETF and Ethereum already that has an ETF, we might see a Solana ETF. We're seeing rumors as well about Dogecoin ETF, but the thing is, besides these, Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, maybe Dogecoin gonna get an ETF. The thing, these others are gonna struggle to get any attention or substantial traction by retail, as retail just wants, as we've seen previously, we are clearly seeing this, retail just wants to pump fund their way to wealth. But since pump fund now has lost the trust, or slowly losing its trust, because as soon as people come in, they do run away straight, and they do lose their money and never come back. And since they have no other choice but coming back to crypto, the choice they're gonna make next is to go for low cap memes, or memes in general that are already established, and they will look at the charts of their memes. Let's say, for example, Breton E that has been here since July 2023, or any coin for that matter, they all have been around for a while. So this kind of gives confidence and kind of gives some security for people that got hurt by pump fund when they come around and they see that these coins have been around for a while. If you look at most of these coins, they've been around for much longer. And since they tried being the guys that buy first on pump fund and buy first day launches, they might try a different thing this time around. So I do see this thing to be the next meta to come back, which is buying up established long-term meme plays. This is probably what's gonna play, and we've seen it already happen before pump fund. This is when Pepe started to rally. If we look at Pepe here, Pepe was one of the biggest gainers at some point until pump fund happened, but because there was not much choice for retail, Pepe gained massive traction here and caused a lot of FOMO because people had no other choice but to go into these established meme coins. And pretty much that's what we're gonna see happen this time around. That's what I'm seeing is gonna happen this time around. There is no other narrative that's gonna come close to what meme coins are gonna get this cycle. I'm gonna start to make more videos about meme coins and low cap memes to buy. I'm thinking as well to start to make videos about coins like, let's say, Bonk versus SPX, or Fartcoin versus Dog with Hat, and kind of rank each coin. I'm thinking to do those. Let me know in the comment section if that's a good idea. And for each coin, find a beta play, a lower cap play for each coin, or for each top meme coin, as there is a lot to talk about here. And I do think a lot of people will benefit from learning more and more about meme coins, so that they have more knowledge around meme coins and they can navigate what's coming, the big wave that is coming here, and understand exactly how to spot these meme coins and understand what's going on with meme coins and what makes them very special. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video till the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.